Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Hello, can you hear my voice? Morning, students. Hello, students. Hello. Correct. I sorry. Hello, students.
Sir.
Okay. Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Very good. Today our discussion about the topic name is interference. What do you mean by interference? Interference is nothing but when two lights combine to each other, which means light plus light is equal to bright light. Plus light is equal to brighter light. See, interference is nothing but light plus light, which means two lights combine to each other, particularly in phase. If the two waves are in phase, the phenomenon is called as interference. The phenomenon is called as interference, which is based on the principle of superposition. It's very important. The based on the principle of superposition principle. What do you mean by superposition principle? Based on the principle superposition. See, superposition principle means the two waves combine to form, which means the wave, just the name of the peak value in positive peak value is crest, and this is trough. Just the lower section, crest and trough. Superposition principle means the two waves combine to each other, the crest or the trough or trough, or crest or trough to combine to each other. If the conditions interference is based on the superposition principle, is divided in two types. One is a constructive interference, another one is destructive interference. What do you mean by constructive interference? Constructive interference is nothing but the crest of one wave falls upon the crest of other wave. The crest of one wave falls upon the crest of other wave. Or the trough of one wave falls upon the trough of other wave. which means the intensity, I mean the two waves combined to form, that point is intensity of that point is maximum, which means amplitude is maximum, intensity is also maximum. The crest of one wave falls upon the crest of other wave, and the trough of one wave falls upon the trough of second wave. The resultant amplitude is sum of the two waves. The resultant of amplitude is sum of the two waves. This is called as a constructive interference. Constructive interference. Just I want to give one example. Consider this is one wave. Another one wave is this is. The displacement of first wave is equal to y1. The displacement of second wave is equal to y2. The two waves combined to form resultant wave, which is equal to this is maximum waves, which means the resultant wave which is equal to y1 plus y. y1 plus y. This is the displacement of first wave. This is displacement of second wave. I want to calculate this amplitude A1. This is amplitude is A2. The resultant wave of amplitude is equal to A is equal to A1 plus A2. A is equal to A1 plus A2. Which means the crest of one wave falls upon the crest of other wave, or trough of one wave falls upon the trough of other wave, which means two waves combine to each other. The resultant amplitude is the sum of the two. It's called as a constructive interference, which means that point is particularly if two waves meet in particular point, if crest or trough meet, that point is very bright, which means intensity of the point is maximum. The intensity is maximum at that point. It's called as a constructive interference. And otherwise, the crest of one wave falls upon the trough of other wave. What happens if crest and trough meet? Consider one wave. Just I want to take one wave. This is crest, and another one waveform is trough. This is displacement is equal to y1. This displacement is equal to minus y2. I want to calculate the resultant displacement value, which is equal to resultant value y is equal to y1 positive minus y2. The difference of two displacement. The difference of two displacement. Amplitude also. The amplitude. If the two amplitudes same means the resultant value y is equal to 0. If amplitude same means this value is A1, this is A2. Amplitude, the maximum value of the displacement is called as amplitude. So the amplitude if same means A1 is equal to A2 means the total displacement is equal to 0. Which means this is called as a destructive interference. Destructive interference. The crest of one wave falls upon the trough of other. The resultant amplitude is difference of 2. Difference of 2. Hence the intensity is minimum almost 0. Intensity is minimum or 0. This is called as destructive interference. Destructive interference. And next one, the phenomena of interference is shown by both longitudinal wave and transverse wave. Both longitudinal wave, you know well, lower sections, we studied well in lower section, longitudinal wave and transverse waves. Kurukkalaigal மற்றும் நெட்டலை. Sound is a form of longitudinal wave. Light is a form of transverse wave. You know well. Just I want to explain this. So I want to calculate the conditions of interference, of constructive interference, and conditions of destructive interference. In our textbook, you have two waves will meet at a point of P. I draw the diagram. See this? Just one wave from source S1. Consider two sources. S1 source and another one is S2 source. The one light comes from source S1. Meet at a point, this is, and source comes from S2, will meet at a point, this is. This point is P. If the point is is bright or dark. Bright or dark. Bright means the constructive interference is occurred. Dark means destructive interference is occurred. What is the conditions of these two waves? I mean, this is before class. First of all, I want to explain this. Phase difference and the path difference. This is a very important one. If you are not don't know, I mean, if you have clear-cut idea, there is no idea means this is a region, but this is a very difficult one. First of all, I will explain this. Consider one wave flows in this direction. I mean, 0 to maximum, maximum to 0, 0 to negative maximum, this is 0. If another wave just flows this in this form, I mean, this is 0 means this is also 0. First one, y1, this is y2. This is positive peak, this is negative peak. This is 0, this is 0. Negative peak, this is positive peak, further 0. What is the phase difference? The phase difference is 180. This is called as a phase difference between two waves. Phase difference between two waves. Another one is a path difference. What is a path difference? Path difference means if consider one wave, this is one wave. You know well length of the one complete wave is called as a wavelength. I mean this is wavelength lambda. This is lambda by 2. If two waves just will travel in a medium, one wave, another one wave. This is the length of the first wave is lambda. What is the length of the second wave is? What is this? This is lambda. This is lambda by 2. Just sum is lambda plus lambda by 2, which is equal to 2 lambda plus lambda whole divided by 2, which is equal to 3 lambda divided by 2. The length of the second wave is equal to 3 lambda by 2. The length of the first wave is lambda. What is path difference between two waves? This is 3 lambda by 2, second wave. First wave is lambda. Just to take difference. What is this? It is equal to 3 lambda minus 2 lambda whole divided by 2, which is equal to lambda by 2 is the path difference of this. Path difference of two waves. No phase difference and then path difference. I give you examples we already studied well in lower section. Just I want to take this. If consider two waves. Source S1. I want to take source S1. Wave meet at a point P. And next one is source S2. The waves comes from source S2 at meet point P. If the point P is bright or dark, which means it's constructive interference or destructive interference is required. Is the conditions of constructive interference. What are the conditions of constructive interference? What is the maximum amplitude of the two waves meet at a point P? What is the intensity of point at P? I want to calculate this intensity at point P. If consider two sources S1 and S2, and this is a coherent source, you know well what you know well the coherent source is a monochromatic wavelength, which means the same wavelength, same frequency, and the phase difference is same. Phase is same, phase difference is also constant. If two waves wavelength frequency and the phase difference, I mean in phase means it's a coherent source. You know well. Just I want to take this, just draw the line of perpendicular line from S1 to S2. The displacement of first one wave is x1, the displacement of second wave is x2. If these path difference of first one and second one is define the point of P is constructive or destructive. I mean, I want to calculate the phase difference and the path difference between the S1 and S2. This point is A, this point is B. If A, B, the wave starts from in phase because of the source is coherent sources. So coherent source, I know well the angular frequency is a constant. I mean the same angular frequency, which is equal to 2 by f. So this is same, and f is also same. And velocity depends upon the medium. So the medium is also same. So velocity is also same. That's why it's a coherent sources. Consider S1 and S2 is a coherent sources, and the path difference and the phase difference. Pi is a phase difference, del is the path difference between two waves. And x1 and x2 is same phase in the point of A to B. The wave will start point of A in source of second S2 source, and the wave will be starting in phase point of B in source S1. It is a very important one. And I want to write the harmonic equations of first wave. What is this equations of first wave? Y1 is equal to A1 sine omega t. You know well the equation number 1. You study well in a harmonic equation in 11th standard. Y2 is equal to A2. First one is Y1 is the displacement of first wave. Y2 is the displacement of second wave. A1 is the amplitude of first wave. A2 is the amplitude of second wave. And the second wave must be traveling in phase difference pi. So A2 is sine omega t plus pi. Plus pi. This is the equation number. This is main. First of all, the equations of first wave is equal to Y1 is equal to A1 sine omega t. And the omega is equal to angular frequency. You know well. So is equal to 2 pi f. And S2 is a second source. The wave should travel from second wave, travel from source S2. The displacement equations Y2 is equal to A2 sine omega t plus pi. The phase difference is pi between two waves. I mean the second wave is to travel in medium of same medium, travel in a phase difference of pi, path difference of del. Just this is differentiate with the two waves. If this same means there is no path difference, which means pi is equal to 0, del is equal to 0. I mean the point must be bright. Study well next floor. First of all, I want to explain this. What is amplitude? Resultant amplitude of at point P. According to superposition principle, you know well the superposition compared to form equivalence. Y displacement y is equal to resultant y. Resultant displacement y is equal to y1 plus y2. If crust or trough will meet. If crust and trough meet means displacement y is equal to y1 minus y2. Sum of two displacement of two waves. I want to calculate this. Resultant displacement at point P. Resultant displacement at point P. Y is equal to, just consider y is equal to resultant displacement y is equal to sum of the two waves. So y1 plus y2. Y1 plus y2. What is y1 value? Y1 is equal to A1 sine omega t. The displacement of first wave y1 at the time of incident t is equal to angular frequency omega. So y1 is equal to the amplitude of first wave a1. So y1 is equal to a1 sine omega t. And y2 displacement of second wave, amplitude of second wave is a2. I mean the angular frequency omega in the time instant, at the instant time is t. So a1 sine omega t plus a2 sine omega t plus pi. This is a basic information of two waves. I mean the sum of the two waves, which is equal to sine of a plus b. This is sine of a plus b. Sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sine of a plus b, which is equal to sine of a plus b. There's a formula which is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. Just explain this in the form of sine of a plus b. So y is equal to displacement, resultant displacement y is equal to a1 sine omega t plus a2 sine of a plus b, which is equal to sine a sine omega t cos b, so cos pi plus cos a value is who's this omega t sine b sine pi cos omega t sine pi. This is equation. Sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a. Just I want to explain this. It's very important. So just I want to simplify the equations. Ay is equal to a1 sin omega t plus multiple this a2 values a2 sin omega t cos pi plus the a2 is common for cos omega t sin pi. So a2 cos omega t sin pi. Cos omega t sin pi. Just sin omega t and sin omega t is common for two factors. This is so the displacement of y which is equal to sin omega t is common. So just I want to take common factor sin omega t of this is a1 here plus a2 cos pi and plus cos omega t into a2 sin pi. a2 sin pi. This is a larger explanation. Just I want to take it simplified and simplify y is equal to sin omega t. So just how I explain this, listen to me. It's a very important one. a1 plus a2 cos pi equal a1 plus a2 cos pi is equal to just take a cos theta. a1 plus a2 cos pi which is equal to a1 plus a2 cos pi is equal to a cos theta. This a caps a is nothing but this is a resultant amplitude of resultant wave amplitude. And next one is a2 sin pi, a2 sin pi, a2 sin pi which is equal to a sin theta. This is a very important. So equation number is, what is this? Equation number 4. This is equation number 4 and this is equation number 5. Equation number 4, this is equation number 5. Just 4 and 5 substitute in this. What is the total displacement? Y is equal to sin omega t. Sin omega t. a1 plus a2 cos pi is equal to a cos theta. A cos theta. Plus, and this is cos omega t. And a2 sin pi is equal to, what is this? A sin theta. A sin theta. The common factor is a. Who is this a? The resultant amplitude of two waves combined to form of point P. So y is equal to a of sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. This is, see this, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b is equal to, what is this formula of?
Sin of a plus b.
Anyone? What is sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta? What is this resultant value? Y is equal to a. Anybody?
Sin omega t plus theta.
Very good. Sin omega t plus t. This is a displacement resultant value of, the total displacement. Two waves combined to form. At the point of P, the total displacement y is equal to a sin omega t plus theta. This is equation number 6. This is a resultant value. It's a very important one. Caps A is nothing but this is a resultant. The total amplitude of two waves. Total amplitude of two waves. And next one, I want to calculate this amplitude, resultant amplitude, maximum amplitude. For example, equation number 4 and equation number 5. Just 4 and 5. Square and add in both sides. Equation number 4 and equation number 5. Just square and add. See this, a square cos square theta equation number 4 square plus equation number 5 square, which is goes to what is this? Hello? Anybody? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
What is this? A 4 square plus 5 square equations. What is this?
Yes. Yes. A square cos square theta
A
plus
square cos square theta.
plus a square sin square theta
A square
sin square theta.
theta is equal to another side.
A1 plus
A1
A2
plus
A2 cos theta whole square
A2
cos pi whole square pi whole square plus
cos pi whole square plus
A2 sin pi whole square
A2 sin pi
whole square.
A2 sin pi whole square. Yes, I want to take this. This is A square plus cos square theta plus A square sin theta. Common factor is A square.
நாளைக்கு சந்தையில வாங்கிக்கலாம்.
தக்காளி வாங்கி வாடா. ஒரு 1 கிலோ வாங்கி வந்துறேன்.
Very good. Now I want to next pass. See, A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta. So A square common factor, A square of cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So just I want to take this is A square is equal to A plus B whole square. And A1 plus A2 cos pi whole square is equal to A plus B whole square. What is the formula? A square plus B square. A2 square cos square pi plus 2A1 A2 cos pi and plus this is A2 sin pi whole square. This is A2 square sin square pi. What is this? I want to this amplitude A square is equal to A1 square. I mean this is A2 square cos square pi, A2 square sin square pi. So common factor of A2 square of cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Just I want to take this is A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. This is very important. It's amplitude of resultant value. I mean A is equal to, what is the value of A? A is equal to A is equal to, just take the root the value at both sides. This is equal to A square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. This is the amplitude of resultant value equations. A is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. This is a very important equation. Just note it in interference. The resultant value of amplitude value of resultant value is equal to amplitude value is equal to A is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. A square is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. Now we are discussing about what is the condition for constructive interference. I want to explain this. What constructive interference means. Constructive interference means the amplitude is maximum and same time intensity also maximum. If two waves combine to form at the point the amplitude of the point is, the combined wave, resultant wave is equal to maximum, the intensity is maximum, which means intensity maximum means crust or trough will be. The intensity minimum or zero means crust and trough will be. What is the conditions of constructive interference? Conditions of constructive interference. I want to explain this. It's a very important one. Constructive interference. Constructive interference. The amplitude maximum, which is equal to, I want to take this. What is the amplitude? Resultant value. Amplitude is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi. Listen, very important. The cos phi, the phase difference is decide the constructive or destructive. If the point P is constructive or destructive, the deciding factor is cos phi, the phase difference. It is very, very important. If A is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2, A maximum, I want to calculate this, A maximum value which is equal to, A maximum value which is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi value should be maximum. Cos phi value is maximum. If phi value is maximum, phi value is cos phi value maximum value is equal to 1. When cos phi is equal to maximum, it means cos phi equal to 1 means phi is equal to cos inverse 1. Cos inverse 1. Phi is equal to what is this? 0. Which is 0. If 0 value means phi value must be is equal to 0. What are the points? What are the phase difference according to 0 value? The maximum. This value is equal to 1. Pi is equal to 0 and pi is equal to 2 pi and pi is equal to 4 pi. Pi is equal to 4 pi. The pi value, general formula is equal to 2n pi. 2n pi. This is a very, very important condition. If pi value is equal to 2n pi, n integral value of 2 pi, which is n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. If n is equal to 0 means pi is equal to 0. If n is equal to 1, substitute the value 2 pi. This is. If n is equal to 2, 2 into 2, 4 pi. 3, 6 pi. So the pi value is equal to 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and 6 pi. The cos pi value is of maximum. So the maximum amplitude value is equal to A maximum, which is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2. The factor value cos pi is equal to 1. So the pi value which is equal to 0 or 2 pi or 4 pi or 6 pi. If a general formula of phase is equal to pi is equal to 2n pi. N integral of 2 pi value gives the maximum value. So amplitude maximum A maximum is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2. I want to simplify these equations. What is this? A maximum is equal to A maximum, which is equal to square root of A square plus A2 square plus A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2, which is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square. A plus B whole square form. This is maximum. I want the square of maximum. A square maximum. Just take square both sides. The root value cancels. So A1 plus A2 whole square. This is another one condition. Why we are taking square value? Because of the square of amplitude is directly proportional to intensity of the. That's why the square of amplitude, which is equal to directly proportional to. The intensity of wave is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. It's a very, very important condition and formula also. Intensity of light is directly proportional to square of amplitude. So IA maximum square is equal to I maximum is directly proportional to A1 plus A2 whole square. I mean, I maximum is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square, which means I maximum is directly proportional to A maximum whole square, which is equal to I, which is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square. The intensity of light at the point of P, the combine of two waves, I mean the combine of two coherent source will meet at a point P. The resultant amplitude is equal to A maximum is equal to square root of A1 plus A2 whole square. A square maximum is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square. I mean the intensity is directly proportional to square of amplitude. So I maximum directly proportional to A square maximum is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square. Yes, I want to take this. What is this? A maximum is equal to A maximum. A square maximum is equal to, what is this? Another one equation. A square maximum is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. If the pi value is 1 means the value is maximum. So which is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi value is equal to 1. I mean the pi value is attained the phase difference of 2n pi, general formula. So A square is directly proportional to intensity. So I maximum formula is equal to I maximum. A square means there is no root value. I mean the A value only get square means the root value. Yes, I want to get A maximum is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. Cos pi value is equal to 1. So intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. So the square of amplitude is equal to intensity I maximum. A square is equal to I1. The intensity of first wave plus A2 square amplitude of second wave, which is equal directly proportional to intensity. That's why I want to take I1, I2 plus 2. A1 is equal to root I1 and A2 is equal to root I2. So this is the intensity of maximum condition. Which means if the point P is constructive interference is required, means this is the conditions of the constructive interference. So A square maximum is equal to A1 plus A2 whole square, which means A square maximum is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2. I maximum, which means in the amplitude of the wave, square of the amplitude of wave is directly proportional to intensity. Well, so I maximum, which is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 square root of I1 I2. This is the conditions of constructive interference. These are constructive interference, and pi values must be pi is equal to integral multiple n integral value of 2 pi 2n pi here pi is n is equal to 0 1 2 3, and the value is equal to, if 0 means pi is equal to 0, if n1 equal to 1 means 2 pi, and 2 means 4 pi, and 6 pi, so on. This is a conditions of constructive interference, and the phase difference must be pi value is equal to 0 means the point P is considered a wave. Just I want to explain this once again. Base of phase difference. Listen to me, all of you. In source S1, point P, and source S2. This point is meet, and the phase difference. This is X1. This is X2. I want to take this. The phase difference between these two waves. This is S1 source. This is S2 source. This is the phase difference of this point is the wave of phase difference between S1 and S2 is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, means the point P must be bright, which means pi is equal to 0, P point is bright. If pi is equal to 2 pi is nothing but whose is phase difference between two waves, first wave and second wave. If the phase difference between two waves 2 pi means the point P is bright. If phase difference between two waves is 4 pi means the point P is bright, and 6 pi means bright. This is the conditions of constructive interference. I want to take this. What is the conditions of destructive interference? Destructive interference. For destructive interference, what are the conditions of destructive interference? This is the basic information of wave optics. Please observe and take notes. Hereafter we will just explain the single slit and double slit experiment also. That's why this is the basic information. Just take notes and watch carefully. What is this for destructive interference? Destructive interference. First one, what is the amplitude minimum condition? A minimum condition. What is this? A amplitude A is equal to what's the formula? Square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. 2A1 A2 cos pi. See, A minimum means A maximum means cos pi value is equal to 1. A minimum means cos pi is equal to -1. So A minimum is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2. Cos pi value is equal to -1. Just I want to take cos pi is equal to -1. Pi is equal to cos inverse -1. Cos inverse -1. When we are getting the cos inverse -1, which is equal to pi is equal to -1 means 180. Yes, 180 pi and 3 pi and 5 pi. 3 pi and 5 pi. This is a very important. So I mean overall general formula of phase difference pi is equal to 2n plus 1 of pi. If substitute the value n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. If n equal to 0 means pi is equal to pi. This pi is a phase difference. This is the value 180 degree. And pi n equal to 1 means what is this? 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3 pi. Get 3 pi. If pi is equal to 2 means 2 into 4, 4 plus 1, 5 pi. Very good. So 2n plus 1 of pi. This is the general formula of phase difference between constructive interference conditions of general formula. Phase difference pi is equal to 2n plus 1 of pi. If pi value is equal to negative value means the amplitude is minimum. If amplitude minimum means the 2 points, I mean the two waves will meet at a point P. For example, this is source S1, this is source X2. The point P must be amplitude minimum, intensity is also minimum. So the point must be will meet one crust, one trough. One crust, one trough. The intensity almost equal to 0. The amplitude is minimum almost. If the amplitude, two different amplitude, one is maximum, one is minimum means the amplitude is minimum, intensity minimum. If amplitude same means, I mean the intensity is also almost equal to 0. So A minimum, which is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square. I mean the cos pi values get is equal to -1. The -1 into minus 2A1 A2 is equal to -2A1 A2. -2A1 A2. So A minimum, which is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square minus 2A1 A2. A square plus B square minus 3AB means A1 minus A2 whole square. A minus B whole square. I mean A minimum, which is equal to. Just I want to take square both sides. A square minimum, which is equal to root value cancel. So A1 minus A2 whole square. I mean the intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. You know well the intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. So intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. So I directly proportional to A square. I want to calculate the minimum intensity of the interference point at a point P. I minimum, which is equal to A1 minus A2 whole square. This is another one for formula. Just I square is equal to A square minimum, which is equal to square root of square means 2 cancel. So A1 square plus A2 square minus 2A1 A2 cos pi. I mean the cos pi value is equal to negative. That's why the point is negative. So A square minimum, which is equal to the form of convert to form of intensity minimum, which is equal to A square means the amplitude of first wave is directly proportional to intensity. So the A1 square is directly proportional to I1. So A1 square is equal to I1 plus A2 square is equal to square of the amplitude. So just I want to take this is I2 minus 2a1 square of I1 a2 square root of I2. So just I want to take this is I1 into I2. This is conditions of minimum intensity condition. Conditions of minimum intensity condition. I minimum which is equal to I1 plus I2, which means what is the meaning of this condition? I is equal to 2n plus 1 of pi, which means n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, which means pi values goes to pi r values of 3 pi and 5 pi, 3 pi and 5. If n is equal to 0 means pi pi. If n is equal to 1 means 3 pi. N is equal to 2 means 5 pi. This is the conditions of destructive interference. If phase difference between two waves at a point T, this is source S1, this is source S2. At a point T, if the condition, this is these phase difference between two waves. This is a value of pi. Phase difference value is equal to pi means the point P must be destructive interference. If pi is equal to 3 pi means the point B destructive interference, which means must be one crest, one trough will meet. That's why the destructive interference. If pi is equal to 5 pi means the point must be constructive interference. This is the conditions of constructive and destructive interference. It's a very, very important cases of interference. And special case one, I want to take this, is the amplitude of two waves is same means. What is meaning that? The special case A1 is equal to A2, special case. In our textbook, the special case A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A. If amplitude same means, what is the amplitude of resultant wave? A is equal to what is the square of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. 2A1 A2 cos pi. So if A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, what is the amplitude value? A is equal to what is, which is equal to A1 square. Just I want to take A square plus this is also A square plus 2 A1 equal to A, A2 equal to A cos pi. What is this? A is equal to square root of A square plus A square 2A square plus this is also 2 into A square 2A square cos pi. 2A square cos pi. Just the next one is equal to A is equal to square root of 2A square plus 3A square cos pi. So 2A square is a common factor. Just 1 plus cos pi. 1 plus cos pi. So A is equal to square root of 2A square. 1 plus cos theta is equal to 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. You know well. So 2 cos square pi by 2. In trigonometry formula, 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. So 1 plus cos pi is equal to 2 cos square pi by 2. So A is equal to square root of 2 into 2. Just I want to take this is which is equal to 4A square cos square pi by 2. 4A square cos square A pi by 2. This is resultant value of amplitude A value. Just I want to take this square value. The square value A square is equal to root value cancels. So A square is equal to 4A square cos square pi by 2. 4A square cos square pi by 2. The amplitude is directly proportional to square of the amplitude is directly proportional to intensity. So just I want to take I is equal to 4. A square is equal to, I want to take A square is equal to maximum intensity of the wave. Just A square is equal to I naught 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. If the I value is maximum means, just case apply this. If the condition constructive interference is required, which means pi value is equal to what happened? 0. So I is equal to 4 I naught. Pi value 0 means cos pi value equal to 1. So this is 4 I naught. 4 I naught or 4 A square. 4 I naught or 4A square. Destructive interference means the value is equal to almost 0. So I maximum and I minimum is equal to 0. This is the conditions of destructive and constructive and destructive interference. It's a very, very important. If I maximum means what is the phase difference? Pi is equal to, when the I maximum pi value is equal to 0, 2 pi and 4 pi. If I minimum or 0 means what is the conditions of pi value? Pi is equal to pi and 3 pi and 5. This is a even number, this is odd number. Just memorize this. This is the conditions of constructive and destructive interference. Another one is one more questions sent to me. What is the relation between phase difference and path difference? You know well the equations of path difference, which is equal to del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into phase difference. This is path difference. This is phase difference. So phase difference pi is equal to, what is the formula? Pi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into 2 pi by lambda into del. 2 pi by lambda into del. This is path difference. Del pi is a phase difference. Del is a path difference. Pi is a phase difference. If constructive interference, basis of path difference. What is the constructive interference? If constructive interference, and this is a destructive interference. Constructive interference, what is the pi value goes to 0 and 2 pi and 4 pi and 6 pi. 2 pi and 4 pi and 6 pi. It's a destructive interference. Pi is equal to pi 3 pi and 5 pi. The constructive and destructive interference. Conditions of constructive and destructive interference basis of path difference. You know, as the path difference formula is, what is this? Del is equal to, is a pi value. Del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into pi. Pi is nothing but, who's this? Phase difference. If pi is equal to 0 means del value is also. If pi value is equal to 2 pi means, what is the del value? Del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into pi value is 2 pi. So 2 pi cancel. If del is equal to lambda. If path difference lambda, phase difference 2 pi. If phase difference is 4 pi means, what is this? If phase difference pi is equal to 4 pi means, what is this? Del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into 4 pi. So this is 2 times, which is equal to 2 lambda. Which is equal to 2 lambda. If path difference 4 pi means phase difference 2 lambda. And constructive interference, this is a difference between phase and path difference. And say next one, destructive interference, pi is equal to pi means, what is this? Del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into pi. So del is equal to lambda divided by 2 pi into pi value is equal to pi. Just substitute this. So pi cancel. So del is equal to lambda. This is the conditions of constructive interference. If phase difference pi, path difference lambda by 2. If phase difference 2 pi, path difference lambda. This is constructive interference conditions. This is destructive interference conditions of path difference and phase difference. Yes, friends, any doubt? Hello? Hello? Can you hear my voice? Voice?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Very good. So the conditions of constructive and destructive interference. Path difference value is constructive interference, path difference. Pi value is
0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6
0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi.
6 pi, 2n.
That's the three levels condition.
Pi, 3 pi, 5 pi.
Very good. So del is equal to lambda means this is constructive or destructive?
Constructive.
Very good. If del is equal to lambda by 2 means is constructive or destructive?
Destructive.
Destructive.
Anybody want to say this 3 lambda by 2 path difference? Is this constructive or destructive? If constructive means del is equal to n lambda condition. 1 lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 4 lambda. It's a constructive. Okay. Del is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2 condition. Lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2. If del is equal to 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, 7 lambda by 2. It means destructive interference. Okay. Okay. Thank you to all. Just practice it. It's a very important area. Thank you to all.
Thank